What is going on, guys? Welcome to HomeCraft cocktails you can make for the comfort of your home. My name is Briss, and as of this recording, election day is this week. I voted, and I hope you did the same. But in recognition of election day, that brings us to today's cocktail, the Ward 8. The cocktail was created back in 1896 in Boston to celebrate the election of one Martin M. Lamazny, who was elected to the state legislature of the city's 8th Ward. Lamazny was a politician who wielded considerable political power in Boston for over 40 years, serving not only as a state representative and a state senator, but was also known as a political boss for the 8th Ward. The drink was created at the Loch Ober Cafe, which also resided in the same ward. The bar finally closed down in 2012 after over 130 years in business. The drink, however, is still clearly enjoyed and served today. And as with almost any drink that's over 100 years old, there's a dozen different ways and variations to making it. But today we're going to be going over the most common and traditional way. With the brief history lesson out of the way, let's get down to actually making the drink. So first things first, you want to start off by chilling a coupe glass, which can be done by putting ice in it and filling it with water. And once you have your ice and water in your coupe glass, you can just set it to the side for now. Next, you want to pour 2 ounces of rye whiskey into your shaker. You'll then want to follow that up with half of an ounce of fresh squeezed lemon juice. And I thankfully just squeezed some lemon juice not too long ago, so I already have that prepared. Then you want to do half of an ounce of orange juice. And then you want to do 2 teaspoons of grenadine. And for those who don't know, a bar spoon is about 1 teaspoon, so you can just do 2 bar spoons worth of grenadine. Next, you want to add ice and shake for about 10 to 15 seconds. After that, you can remove the ice and water from your chilled coupe glass. And then you want to strain your cocktail into your cocktail glass. And finally, you'll want to garnish by placing 2 to 3 maraschino cherries on a pick. And there we have a Ward 8. And now that we have our drink, let's give it a taste. Okay. So when I was reading about this drink online, I was seeing some comparisons to a whiskey sour. I didn't quite understand the comparison at first, but now that I'm actually trying this out, I can definitely see the resemblance. Okay, so first off, I do really like the drink. If I were to compare this to a whiskey sour, I would give the edge to a whiskey sour. I don't know, something about the whiskey sour just like tastes better to me, but this is still a good drink in its own right. The drink has a sour taste to it that is kind of offset by the grenadine, but obviously we didn't use that much grenadine, so the sour might be a little too much. Whereas with the whiskey sour, you have the 1-to-1 ratio between a simple syrup and lemon juice. So the whiskey sour tastes a little more balanced. Well, actually moderately more balanced to me. I will say though, I had this cocktail before, but I did a different recipe which did utilize simple syrup. So, and like I said, earlier in the video, like this drink has been around for so long that there's been many different variations. So this is not the only one and true way to make a Ward 8. It's just the most common and traditional way. But I can see where introducing simple syrup into this cocktail could make it taste better for a lot of people. Probably myself included. I don't know, I'd have to go back and try it again because it's been so long since I had the one that used simple syrup. But in regards to the look though, I mean, the drink looks pretty nice. It has a nice I don't know, like blush, like pinkish tone to it due to the grenadine that we used. Also, I always like using maraschino cherries as a garnish. So putting 2 or 3, if you prefer, of these on a pick, I think it just really sets it off and gives it a kind of extra sense of aesthetic value. Overall though, I will say this is a more obscure cocktail. There's probably a lot of people that have never even heard of this cocktail before. And I don't think you're really missing much if you've never had one. By all means, if you have the opportunity to try one, go ahead and try it. You know, if you have the materials at home to make it, make one. See how you like it. I think there's better cocktails out there. So this is kind of, it's a decent cocktail. If I were to give this a rating from 1 to 10, I'd say it's somewhere around a 7, maybe 7.5. You know, it's not quite up there with the 8s and the 9s and the 10s of cocktails that I've had. There's better ones out there. With that being said, guys, thank you for watching this week's episode. Always make sure you vote when you have the opportunity and the ability to. And I'll catch you next week for the next round. Peace.